President of Parliament, Sarah Westcott Williams, on the continuation of the Central Committee meeting of Parliament. SXM Daily News, a tour of the College Sualiga in Marigot by Dr. Michel Petit, 4th Vice President at the Collectivity of Saint-Martin. KPSM congratulates all our students and wishes them a happy and relaxing summer break. The 18th Regional Cooperation Conference of the French Antilles. From the island of St. Martin, this is SXM Daily News for July 7th, 2026. President of Parliament Sarah Westcott Williams on the continuation of the Central Committee meeting of Parliament, meeting DOS 23, continuing the discussion on the draft budget 2026. The intention of this part of the meeting, which commenced a few days ago, is to ratify the questions as submitted by members and factions of Parliament.
Gentlemen, welcome back to this Central Committee meeting of Parliament, Central Committee meeting number 23, a continuation of the discussion on the draft budget 2026. The intention of this part of the meeting, which commenced a few days ago, is to ratify the questions as submitted by members and factions of Parliament in order to send the ratified questions, the final report from Parliament, to send that to the government. That would then have to prepare the answers and return these to Parliament in writing as a final note or answer to our report with the questions. We had an adjournment in order to allow the members some time to go over the document that contains the questions by the factions, the document of 292 pages that I referred to before we had the adjournment, and there was an addition from the UP faction that was added after the version we, members of Parliament, received last night. So that is what the adjournment was for. I now ask the factions of Parliament if in their quick review of the document, if there is anything that they would like to be added to this document before it is ratified by the Central Committee meeting. And when I say anything to be added, of course, if you have found questions that have not been included, which you posed in writing, and they're not included in the report, if those can be indicated to, so that then this report can be adjusted with whatever was in the view of the faction left out of the report. So I look to the members and see if there's any need for that. I don't see any member requesting such. I do see a member requesting such, and that is MP York. MP York, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to yourself, Griffier, and colleagues and the viewing public. Madam Chair, I don't necessarily have anything to add concerning your question. I just didn't know if you were going to close the meeting after that, yes or no. But the only thing I have reservations with would be the following. In the email we received this morning and in your explanation this afternoon, I understood that depending on when the ministers would be able to answer the questions would determine whether we start with the debate on time or not, or whether that's going to be delayed. I understand that part. But earlier, you also explained that this go-around has had more questions than what is usually a custom or expected from the CC, given that we're doing it differently this time. You also said that normally is not, during the old system, was already strenuous and kind of, cutting it close. Now, in the same breath, later on, you did say, hey, but we have more questions as well. If it was already strenuous before and we have more questions now, don't you think it would be a bit more, I don't want to use the word logical, but let's say the word efficient, if we already include that in the deliberations now being, hey, maybe 2 weeks is indeed too short, right? And maybe extend it to a third week. That way we can guarantee most likely that we will be able to pick a date where the public meeting will be able to start. And when we all can proceed in the coming weeks knowing like, hey, 90% chance the budget is going to start on this day, instead of how it is right now where it's practically 50-50 up in the air, pushing towards it won't be able to start on that date. So I think if we can come to a more efficient date, given the fact that we have all these extra questions, I think that would be more fruitful moving forward. And instead of, on another topic, crying over spilled milk being the whole back and forth of time to go over the questions that were sent back in the final report, I would like to put in a request, and I would also like to hear your opinion on that, for the next budget, the budget 2026, if we can come to an agreement that we get minimum 24 hours to 48 hours of time to peruse the final report. So we all know in advance, hey, with the final report, we will get X amount of time, and then we'll be able to plan accordingly. So if you can do that, if you could be a bit more efficient and we could come to an understanding now for the next time, I think that's in everybody's benefit. Thank you.
SXM Daily News, a tour of the College Swaliga in Marigot by Dr. Michel Petit, 4th Vice President at the Collectivity of Saint-Martin. This was just inaugurated this year, and in a couple of months, we are going to inaugurate an equivalent French water with a capacity of 600. So when you're hearing about the collision of the sun, this is the one going on in Savannah, and Cornish 600 is the one in the French Quarter. It's going to be built on the same principle, and that's a couple of months away from opening.
Beginning is the capacity is 900 students here. So this is just being inaugurated this year, and in a couple of months we're going to inaugurate equivalent in French Quarter with a capacity of 600. So when you're hearing about Collège 900, this is the one going down in the Savannah, and Collège 600 is the one in French Quarter. It's going to be built in the same principle.
Is it going to build in a different area?
In French Quarter.
In French Quarter.
Qui nous livrent les repas tous les midis. Voilà. Donc ça sera à peu près les mêmes choses qu'ils ont mangé en CM2 s'ils étaient dans le...
Just this area that he was filming, that's the area where the kids have lunch. The food on St. Martin, there's a central kitchen that prepares over 1,000 meals per day, and they are delivered freshly and specialized truck, and it comes here. And then the kids, you know, they have been served the meal here. And I'm sure that he showed pictures before of the entrance of this new college. So the light comes on when somebody is present. They have a sensor. So this is the side for boys, and I guess the same do exist for girls. Now this is where the kids would come and, you know, in French it's a bibliothèque. I guess it's a library where they pick up books, and they could read them, borrow them, bring them back home, bring them back when they finish. And as you could see right here, obviously it's not fully finished yet, so things are. As you could see right here, it's equipped with the computers. These are the books that they use for the schools. This is for one level. There's a room here in the back. Quel genre de programme ils vont retransmettre?
Là, ils vont enregistrer des programmes en fonction soit de l'actualité du moment, donc ça peut être une émission spéciale par exemple pour la journée de la laïcité le 9 décembre, ça peut être une émission spéciale Saint-Martin le 10 novembre, vous voyez, ça peut être en fonction de l'actualité, ou ça peut être en fonction d'un atelier spécifique à la classe.
Okay, it depends on the local, how you say, the news on the island. So they have teams, and they prepare that, and I guess il y aura des interviews, they will have guest speakers that's going to, you know,
Elaborate.
elaborate on the subject that is being debated, and then it goes out on 103.FM.
Okay.
You leave the public come in to visit the establishment, but the school is already, they have pupils in it for maybe the last couple of months. We are here on the first floor, and we have classes on both sides. We came in through the back, as you could see the roofs there, that's where the recreational time is spent. We just walked out of the library with the radio station, and obviously you could see it's a big walk on both sides. We have classrooms. Hopefully we're going to be able to take a look inside of one of the classrooms. A lot of obligations on the French side. You have to have access to the handicaps children, so that's why you have elevators and not on the steps.
Voilà, ça c'est l'écran numérique interactif. Donc vous voyez, l'enseignant peut varier ses pédagogies, faire des présentations classiques avec PowerPoint, ou bien aller chercher une ressource sur Internet, mettre une capture vidéo, la montrer aux élèves, revenir à son cours, basculer sur son cours écrit, basculer en mode tableau blanc classique où il va écrire avec le...
Ça va?
Bonjour Monsieur Bonnet, ça va? Oui, et vous? Ça va. Vous voyez, toujours dans cette histoire de confort, le sol permet d'amortir les pavés dans le cas
A synthetic floor that absorbs shock.
Vous avez des questions par rapport au
traumatized.
Oui.
Or even if you fall,
Alors,
Protects you.
protects you.
on a commandé des fontaines.
This could handle 2 classes at a time. As you could see, there's a net in the middle.
Right.
It's split in 2. That's why the building is this big. But just there's 4 basketball courts.
4 basketball court.
Préconisent qui remplissent leurs gourdes à la maison avant d'arriver, mais ils pourront les re-remplir pendant la journée. Et ils ont de l'eau.
In fact, no, there's 5. There's 5, but 4, 5 is correct.
Il y a des douches dans les vestiaires. Donc je ne sais pas si elles ont été utilisées dans ce sens-là quand on rentre de la notation. Ouais, mais c'est possible. Ils les ont utilisées. Ouais.
So this we're heading to another floor where you have classrooms too. So yeah, no, this is a special classroom because they have water. So I guess it shut off, but they have water. So ça sert à quoi ça?
Ça, c'est la salle d'SVT.
Des?
Sciences, vie et technologie.
Yeah, this is a science class. So I guess to do manipulation, they need water. So you make all kind of experiences, and you need access to water. So if you could see, they have 1, 2. They have quite a few water outlets.
Yes, I'm Paula Hunt. Paula Hunt, I'm grateful to be here in this school. I have about 16 years working in this for the collectivity. With the kids, I do the best for the kids. I take care of the kids well. When the mothers know that Tanti Paula is in the school, they don't have no headache. They don't have no problem because the Tanti Paula is right here. I take care of them, I occupy them, I do the best for the kids in the school. I'm grateful, and after the hurricane, I'm so grateful that we achieve our school. It's very quiet, it's very nice. The children in them is happy. Me myself, I'm happy, and I am grateful. Okay, to God be the glory. I hope the kids will continue taking care of the school, respect all the orders in the school, and do what's best and learn and go forward. Okay, thank you.
So how many years you here in St. Martin now?
Oh, wow. I cannot even count. Over 40-something years I'm here. I'm grateful to be here. I am grateful to be here.
And you're originally from Dominica?
Yes, I am. I naturalized French. I'm grateful to be here.
As the school year comes to an end and students begin their summer vacation, the KPSM extends its heartfelt congratulations to all graduates, as well as to their parents, guardians, teachers, and everyone who has supported them throughout their educational journey. We wish all students a happy, safe, and enjoyable summer break. While summer is a time for relaxation and fun, KPSM has observed that some young people become involved in incidents such as bullying, cyberbullying, and the sharing of inappropriate comments, photos, or videos on social media. These situations can quickly escalate into conflicts, fights, or other incidents that may have lasting consequences. These actions can become criminal offenses. KPSM encourages parents, guardians, coaches, mentors, and other positive role models to remain engaged with our youth during the vacation period. Taking the time to have open and honest conversations about respectful behavior, responsible use of social media, and making positive choices can help prevent situations from escalating and reduce the risk of young people coming into contact with law enforcement. KPSM remains committed to supporting and encouraging the positive development of our youth and will continue to assist whenever called upon. To all our young people, enjoy your summer vacation. Make lasting memories, look out for one another, and make choices that reflect respect, responsibility, and kindness. Have a safe and wonderful summer. Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Melissa D. Gums, was pleased to share that culinary instructor Chef Renata De Weaver and junior chef Jananina Joseph of the National Institute for Professional Advancement secured third place in the Nevis Mango Festival Chef Competition on Sunday, 5th July 2026. Gums had travelled to Nevis upon invitation of the Nevis Tourism Authority to participate in one of the island's premier cultural events. The Nevis Mango Festival boasts several events and culinary experiences focused around the over 40 varieties of mango grown on the island. Each dish and drink sold and served over the 5 days of the festival incorporates mango in some way. Sunday's cooking competition was no different. Chefs De Weaver and Joseph were given 2 mystery baskets, as were all other chefs, Gums explained. The first mystery basket was based around a plant-based dish, with green banana and green soursop as the primary ingredients, and of course, mango. I was skeptical about what could be created from that, but that's why I'm not a chef. Junior chef Joseph drove the development of that dish, an amazing display of her talent and self-awareness as a young chef. The second mystery basket held a bigger challenge, conch. Participants had 30 minutes to sort out a dish that boasted a tender enough mango-infused conch offering. As if that was not challenging enough, with 20 minutes to go, another mystery ingredient was introduced, with an additional 15 minutes of time added. The new ingredient, ground coffee. At that point I thought, they must be crazy, Gums said. St. Martin supporters were wondering, how do you blend coffee, mango, and conch? But ultimately, I saw Chef Joseph look at it, nod, and then Chef De Weaver returned her nod. And I knew they had it. This year's chef competition featured celebrity judge Chef Eric Ajapong. Chef Ajapong was a Top Chef Season 16 finalist and has appeared on numerous cooking shows across various networks, and is also a published author. With 3 other judges, after 2 rounds of competition, St. Martin placed third, with Anguilla at second place and Nevis rounding it off as first place winners.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
Zuleika Peterson, founder, St. Martin Youth Brigade, the honourable members of our Parliament. There has been much discussion in Parliament lately regarding youth delinquency, crime prevention, and the future of our young people. However, the reality is that we do not always need to look beyond the shores of St. Martin for solutions. Right here, at home, we are ready, with half of the organizations making a proven impact. Organizations such as the St. Martin Youth Brigade. For 13 years, the St. Martin Brigade has demonstrated through service, mentorship, discipline, and community involvement that our program works.
So I will take this opportunity to respectfully address the honorable members of the Council of Ministers and our parliamentarians. There has been much discussion in Parliament lately regarding youth delinquency, crime prevention, and the future of our young people. However, the reality is that we do not always need to look beyond the shores of St. Martin for solutions. Right here at home, we already have organizations making a proven impact. Organizations such as the St. Martin Youth Brigade. For 13 years, the St. Martin Youth Brigade has demonstrated through service, mentorship, discipline, and community involvement that our program works. We have witnessed young people transformed into confident leaders, responsible citizens, and productive members of society. However, in order to continue and expand this important work, we need the support of the government of St. Martin, as stated by Minister of Justice Natalie Tacklin. Once again, we are calling for assistance, and I'm going to be specific, in acquiring much-needed land for the development of an obstacle course and training facility. A space not only benefiting the St. Martin Youth Brigade, but also supporting law enforcement agencies and the wider community of St. Martin. Such a facility would create opportunities for physical training, leadership development, team building, emergency preparedness, and community engagement. We also seek, I know government don't have money, but we also seek increased financial support to strengthen and sustain our organization, allowing us to further develop a structured curriculum aligned with the various law enforcement agencies on the island. Through collaboration and investment, we can prepare our youth for future careers in public service, security, and national development. Investing in our youth is not an expense. It is an investment in the safety, stability, and future of St. Martin. Right, Prime Minister? Thank you. Together, let us continue building a generation of disciplined, motivated, and community-minded young leaders. Promotions come with pride, but they also come with responsibility. Brigade members, as you rise in rank, remember that leadership is not about power. It is about service. True leaders uplift others, lead by example, and remain humble in success. Your younger peers will now look to you for guidance, inspiration, and direction. So wear your new ranks with honor. Wear them with integrity. Wear them with humility. Continue striving for excellence in your schools, homes, and your communities. Continue being shining examples of what the youth of St. Martin can achieve when they are focused, disciplined, and determined. As we look toward the future, let the ceremony remind us that the true strength of St. Martin lies within its young people. The investment we make in our youth today will determine the success of our nation tomorrow. To the promoted brigadiers of 2026, congratulations on this remarkable achievement. May this promotion be another stepping stone toward even greater accomplishments ahead. Continue to lead, continue to serve, continue to make St. Martin proud. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless our beautiful island of St. Martin.
Yeah! Number 1, rules. Number 2, discipline. Number 3, honor. Number 4, respect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rules, discipline, honor, respect. Rules, discipline, honor, respect. Rules, discipline, honor, respect. Rules, discipline, honor, respect. Who are we? The St. Martin Youth Brigade. And we are too legit to quit. Hey, hey! Too legit to quit. Hey, hey! Too legit to quit. Hey, hey! Stop! Break it down! Stop! Too strong! Stop! Too strong! Stop! Too strong! Bring up! Hold blocks! Rest!
SXM Daily News interview with Maryland, Powell has been a dedicated librarian at the St. Martin Library for the last 27 years, and this was the reenactment of Jocelyn Arnell, author of the book New Moon for Kwashiba. The audience that came out, and it was like a family. It was warm and it was nice. Everybody who was here was enjoying themselves.
And this was the reenactment of New Moon for Kwashiba. We had a lot of audience that came out, and it was like a family. It was warm, it was nice, and everybody who was here was enjoying themselves. We had Shiloh Bedminster, and we also had Enko Kasana Illis blowing of the horn. And it was a beautiful tribute to the ancestors as well as to who we are as a people of St. Martin.
So you said that it's organized by the library. Why do library get involved in it?
Well, we were offered this program by the Health Bankings Committee, the Slavery Memorial, and as well as the Cultural Department and SMDF. So St. Martin Development Funds, and we jumped to the opportunity, and we actually had to create something, and this was worth creating. This was done first by the author on the front side of the island, and we asked them if it was possible for them to do it on the that side, and they said yes. And based on them saying yes, we did it today, which is in the wake of Emancipation Day, which took place on the 1st of July. And thus on the 4th of July, which is today, we just had a wonderful celebration of Emancipation Day.
I could say that a good bit of people come out to it.
Yes, I believe we had 50 people. Based on my count, we had 50 people. The youngest person was 1, and the eldest person was 85. So we did have a great turnout. We had teenagers, we had young adults, we had it all. Mothers, fathers, we had it all. So it was literally a family event.
Now, what next for the library since you had host this one?
Well, what is next? Coming on the 8th of July, we are dropping everything and read. This is in collaboration with the Climb Foundation, where everybody is going to be dropping everything and read across the board on the island. We're going to have a lot of different readers coming out. We have like Billy Jean-Baptiste from Quick Stop. He's going to be there. We have Likia Rumouche. He's going to also be there. We have a lot of people who passes through the library participating in the book that we are going to be reading is Juve, written by the one and only Lady Ruby Butte. So it's going to be something worth celebrating. We're starting at 11 o'clock. The staff is going to start reading, and everybody else is going to come out and fill it in. Besides that, we are going to also have on the 12th, which is on a Sunday, so you have to come online via our Facebook social media page and watch as we speak about Caribbean literacy. And that would be with Conscious Lyrics Foundation, and also from the Tiny Lip on the front side with Miss Charville. So everybody's coming together during the month of July, bringing out literacy, because literacy is very important, and right now it needs a boost because sometimes people forget that what is really important is to read. Read and write is literacy, but learn to read and enjoy reading, and not do it just because teacher tell you so or because the library say come and register, but because the love of it and the love for it.
Okay, so that sounds like a good plan, I should say.
Yes, we have good plans, good activities that are coming up, and soon we are going to have the Babies and Toddlers program, which is going to come in September. However, we are going to have a wonderful time. Literally, we're going to have a wonderful time in the St. Martin Library. So come out. We are located upstairs at Adolphus Richardson Building. We are also located in Belvedere at the Community Center, and we are located at Asher Stevens campus. So we have 3 locations, so you can make use of all 3 locations. You could become a member of the library, and you can just do what you do best. Read, read, read. The more you read, the more you know.
Caribbean cooperation. The collectivity of Saint-Martin participated in the 18th Regional Cooperation Conference of the French Antilles and French Guiana, CCRAG, held in Martinique from July 1st through 2026. President Louis Mussington, alongside regional and international representatives, took part in this important gathering aimed at strengthening relationships and cooperation throughout the Caribbean region. At a time when global geopolitical and economic challenges continue to create uncertainty, the conference focused on key issues directly affecting the Caribbean, including sargassum challenges, healthcare access, employment, economic development, and regional connectivity. President Mussington emphasized the importance of strengthening Saint Martin's regional economic integration through its unique position between Europe and the Caribbean. The conference also highlighted the role of creative and cultural industries, CCI, as an important driver of economic growth and regional development. Discussions explored opportunities for stronger collaboration and innovative approaches to enhance trade, partnerships, and development across the Caribbean. Saint Martin continues to strengthen its commitment to building a more connected, stronger, and united Caribbean capable of addressing the region's shared challenges and opportunities.
Now for the weather forecast, tonight through Tuesday evening. Variably cloudy, hazy, and breezy with isolated showers. Surface winds. Tonight through Tuesday evening, easterly with a gentle to moderate breeze at 10 to 17 Meninamshal and higher gusts possible. Tate of the sea. Slight to moderate waves, east swells 4 to 7 feet. Outlook through Wednesday evening. Partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with light haze and isolated showers. And now your 3-day forecast.
Your social and health insurance is your social and health insurance.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurance is.
The tax administration is pleased to welcome 5 students participating in the Business Outreach and Placement Program, BOP, organized by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, ECYS, for the month of July. As part of their placement, the students will be assigned to the Business Unit and Income Tax Unit, where they will gain practical workplace experience while learning about the day-to-day operations of the tax administration. Investing in our youth is investing in the future of St. Martin, said Mrs. Sharon Washington, Section Head Business Unit. Through programs like BOP, we can provide students with valuable exposure to the workplace while introducing them to the many opportunities available within the tax sector. We hope this experience inspires them to explore future educational and career opportunities, build their confidence and skills, and gain a better understanding of public service. The tax administration wishes Christopher Williams, Jada George, Norris Marlin, Tajanik Barron, and Tasaina Christian a successful and rewarding placement experience.
This is our SXM Daily Newscast. Thank you for joining us.